28F. Caught boyfriend, 31M, in a lie. Did I catch him cheating too? BF and I have been together for 2 years. We moved back to our hometown and in together in January. For the past couple months he's been getting increasingly distant, busy, working late and overall extremely inconsiderate. Last week, he texted me saying he'd be at work late. Okay, cool, I said, just call me when you're on the way home so I can start dinner. I was starving waiting on him. 3 hours past his shift ending he texted and said he's off work now but stopping by his parents' house just to visit. Red flag. At this point it was already 11 and I knew they wouldn't be up. So I sat and thought of all the places he would be. I ended up driving downtown to a popular bar, where all the 20-year-old college girls hang out, and see his truck but not parked out in front of the bar, but parked in street parking directly in front of the apartments 1 block down. I should have sat and waited to see him come out but I was too mad to wait. I took note of the license plate and went home. Asked him where he actually was and he denied he was anywhere else but his parents. Kept this lie going for about 15 minutes until I showed him proof he was downtown at these apartments. He claims he did have to work late but everyone on his shift wanted to stop by their buddy's house for beers afterwards. If that's the case, why lie about it? Also, I've never heard this friend's name before. I asked for some kind of proof that he was at a guy's house but he couldn't provide. Said they make these plans at work so there's no text evidence. I didn't speak to him the rest of the night and he came to me with his tail between his legs the next morning. It was just dumb luck I saw his truck there but I don't understand lying about something so trivial. He claimed it was to spare my feelings, because he knew I was at home waiting for him. This has never been an issue before. That brings us to today. I'm currently sick with COVID, not dealing with it very well. Last night I begged him to call out of work to stay home with me because I feel so terrible. He refused. But he texted me last night at 10 p.m. saying one of his buddies asked him to play in some baseball tournament tomorrow, 3 hours away, and he's going to do it. So he worked a whole night shift, drove 3 hours to play in this tournament and said it's okay because he called out of work tonight to spend time with me. I said, won't you just be sleeping the whole time after you get home? Nope. Not an issue apparently. I'm starting to think he didn't even go to work last night. He currently won't answer my phone calls, just will text me. I'm really tempted to not be here when he gets back but I don't want to expose anyone else to my COVID. When they start with little lies like this and becoming less invested, it's only a matter of time until it descends into cheating if he's not already. Don't do what I did and ignore your gut. Even if you're not 100% what he's up to. Do you want to be in a relationship with someone who is making you question what he's up to and isn't honest even when you probe him on it? The longer you leave it, the more invested you become in the relationship and the more time they have to manipulate you. Look, if you feel the need to spy on you, so drive around looking for his car at bars, then just break up. Never lose your self-respect. I'd not tolerate being lied to my face this blatantly from anyone, especially not my so. You didn't catch him cheating. You probably should begin an exit strategy though, because it seems like he doesn't want to be around you. Stop waiting for him to fess up or choose you over the cheating. He won't. You have to choose yourself. You don't need proof, you just need to ask yourself if you can live like this forever. 'Cause even if this all stopped today, you'd never trust him again. That sick feeling in the pit of your stomach will never go away and you'll waste your time when you could be out there living your best life. The trust is gone regardless of what he's doing. You're driving around town at night catching him in lies. It's over. Sooner you move on the better it will be for your mental health. My 23M parents, 44F45F, are kicking me out. This might be a little bit of a vent, but I'll try to keep it short. When I was 18, I moved across the country to be legally adopted by a close friend and her wife. My home life situation, living alone with my bio dad, was awful and abusive. Martha and Emily took me in and loved me for 5 years without question. Recently, around the start of this year, I came to the conclusion that I have a pretty severe mental health disorder that causes me to behave strangely at times, and for some reason Emily seems to have taken this as a personal attack. I do have an official diagnosis, but don't see the point in raising drama over what exactly it is here in this sub. When this happened, they took me to the for a mental diagnosis and tried to get me grippy socked because they believed I was dangerous to myself or others. The doctors confirmed I'm normal and let me go home. Since then, Emily has decided she thinks it's okay to yell at me, an abuse survivor who is triggered by even raised voices when she disagrees with what I have to say, or thinks I've done something incorrectly. It's come to the point where I'm having anxiety about being alone with her, and now I am afraid to be in the car alone with her just to go to work. She doesn't seem to care about this, or that she specifically has caused me several anxiety attacks and one full-on panic attack in the past 8 months. It's been decided that I should go back to my home state to live with my biomom instead, who is a lovely woman that cares about me and my 2 half-sisters. She is probably who I should have moved in with first, but I wanted to be as far away from my bio dad as possible, which is understandable. However, this may take a few months for me to be able to leave. Is there any way I can try to convince Emily to leave me alone, or at the very least not yell at me? She yells because that's how she was raised, and she's brought up the "you're lucky I'm not my mother" card to indicate she could abuse me further if she wanted to. How can I make this situation bearable for myself without simply hiding in my room for months on end? Edit. I get it. I'm the problem. I'll just avoid Emily and try to do what I can to make sure I get out of their house soon. Well, you are overstayed your welcome. People get tired after a while dealing with it. They lose patience, what it sounds like. So time to get a job and move out. I don't think there's much you can do but move out on your own or back with your mother if you can't afford to support yourself. Clearly no one has taught you how to be independent. But now is the time to learn. The internet has a whole world of information on how to do even the most basic of things. Start learning. Start trying, and start bettering yourself. Good therapy, meds, and a support plan can help you keep on track and make the most of your abilities. They aren't your family. You're an adult and they don't need to take care of you or house you to get on and go back to your actual family. Are you working? My 22M girlfriend, 22F, exclaimed, "Of course I find your friends more attractive. My girlfriend and I have been together for 2 years and live together. Before graduating in May, she spent lots of time at my apartment where I lived with 2 22M friends. Once, we had a convo where I asked her to rate me versus them, and she said that they're in better shape and more attractive. I had caught her checking them out, and she had made a comment that I should consult them for gym routine advice, which is why I regrettably asked. Fast forward to today. My girlfriend is curvy, and is insecure that I have a secret preference for skinny mini girls. I reassure her that she is my type. I tell her the topic frustrates me because she has told me that I'm scrawny and that her type is jacked guys, so she doesn't really have the right to be upset even if that were the case. Out of nowhere, she goes, "You just ask questions that you want me to give nice answers to. It's like when you asked me to rate you versus your friends. Of course I find your friends more attractive, you know my type." Implying they're more attractive because of physique. I'm taken aback, and emotionally feel like a knife was twisted in me. I empathetically reaffirm my attraction to her, and she reacts by tearing me down and telling me my 2 closest friends that I lived with for 4 years are, of course, more attractive than me. I just feel unspecial and don't know how to move forward knowing that she had the hots for my best friends over me. And I feel like my memory of my best pals is tainted because this is what I think of when I think of them. What's the best way to communicate to her how I feel? How do I internalize this knowledge? How do I get over the fact that my girlfriend would probably F my friends if she were single? Too long did not read. My girlfriend said it's a no-brainer that she would find my more fit roommates more attractive than me, and it hurts. My girlfriend is curvy. Okay, her type is jacked guys. Jacked guys in general aren't into heavy girls. Curvy implies she is not in shape, does not exercise, and is not the type of girl most jacked guys are into. I'm into exercise, and if she can't keep up with me, I'm not interested. Dude, why are you with her? Find a better girl. You both sound super immature and not ready for a relationship. You asked a question you didn't really want the answer to, and that no mature adult would, and she took the opportunity to make you feel bad. Break up and work on growing up. If both of you aren't satisfied with your physiques, consider working out together. This can boost your mental well-being and enhance your self-confidence, reducing the need to ask these uncomfortable questions neither of you wants to answer. Dude. This is standard fare pathetic insecurity shit. She hates herself and how she looks, so she cuts you down. Kick her ugly ass to the curb.